Do you want to know what happened to me on the 13th of February 2002? I knew you would want to know. You curious folks. Stay tuned then. I'll be back. Hi guys, so today is story time. A fearful experience with my ex. Okay? So, before I go into that, how do you like my curly hair? So today I went to get my nails done. Lovely, isn't it pretty? There's a shiny bit that way. And a shellac actually, so really pretty. I feel really amazing today. Then after that I went into the gym. Today what did I do? I did my mile on the treadmill for my current challenge. And then I'm combining two programs. I have the Shortcut to Shred by Jim Stopani. Today I did chest, triceps and abs. And then usually, so that I don't get bored, I also do the Ripped remix. This is really a tough one. So if I don't have to do it, I just run from it. It's an intense 4-week training. I said to you guys, go to bodybuilding.com. Don't go to the gym without a plan. Okay, so let's get right down to what the video today is about. In 2002, my daughter was just 4 months old. I had her abroad in Ireland, and I was back in Nigeria just for a few months. Started work in the bank. So on that particular day, remember it was the day before Valentine. My ex, at the time, he wasn't my ex, it was my husband, came to pick me from work. Because in Nigeria, when you work in the banks, it's like 12-hour shifts. And so I finished about 7 o'clock. He was outside waiting to pick me. Got into the car, we're going home, just getting to the gate, because he's such a good driver, right? And he doesn't just drive, he's aware of his surroundings. And I just noticed that he looked at his rear view mirror, not the rear view one, the side mirror. And in a split second, it happened like magic, guys. Before he could put his car in reverse to avoid them, because we're waiting for the gate to be opened for us, it happened so quickly. And these two men on a motorcycle just stopped, ordered us out of a car and told us to get in the back seats. It could have been worse. What if they told us to get in the boot and then we got in the back seat? I knew this was real because they waved the gun at us. But surprisingly, I was very calm. I don't understand. I'm a warrior. I'm a drama queen. I was really calm. They said God grants you peace in the storm. And I remember holding his hands at the back and saying to him, I'm all right. I know what his worry was, that, they'll take us somewhere really far and then maybe possibly rape me or something. And they said, what do you have on you? We're going to take people so far. We hope you have money on you so that you can come back. You don't have anything? And we said, we don't have any money on us. Okay. And I remember he was wearing a very expensive watch. He wears expensive watches, and he offered it to them and they gave him this slap across the face. I'm thinking, oh dear Lord. And the person that was driving had more of a temper than the person sitting in front. There were two, remember. Luckily for us, my husband doesn't really like to drive with full tank. He likes to drive with empty tank if possible. So that's what saved us that night. I think it was God that saved us, really. So when they noticed that his car was not stealable, so they started talking amongst themselves. I'm like, I remember my hubby at the point said to me, they're about to steal another car because we don't have fuel in ours. And so just in a split second, the way these people work, all I could notice was a car was in front and then they just stopped briefly and the driver in front figured out they were thieves and just drove off in a hurry. These people went to gear 5, people. They were speeding through crossroads. Listen, what would have killed us that day wasn't the gunshot. And I remember they shot at the guy. That's when we knew the gun was loaded. At that point, I'm thinking, oh well, whatever. And then suddenly, I don't know how this happened. Suddenly, the guy got away. But guess what, guys? He died a few days later from the gunshot wound. So it could have been us. So this was really serious. This was scary. And then suddenly, they just stopped and jumped out of the car, left us there. The car was, the engine was still running. And I'm like, really? Is this over? At that point, I was shaking. And then we came out of the car. Guess who we saw in front, guys? My father-in-law in his car. So it was like, what are you doing here? Pops, what are you doing here? And it's like, he was shaking because apparently, I don't know whether it was like a syndicate. I don't know what happened. I still can't explain how come he was there. At the same point, I was there with my husband, his only son. It could have been a night of real tragedy for the whole family. But I thank God for the way it happened. And we got away, safe. And it was at that point that I lost it and I started crying. There's no moral to the story. I'm just saying sometimes we forget to count our blessings and really name them one by one, because it will surprise you guys what the Lord has done. Whatever situations you find yourselves in, I think the best thing to do is really keep calm, because really worrying would not help you any more than, keeping calm would. So just think of, the fact that, yes, God has kept you this far and he could take you further. Okay, does that make sense? So have a blessed week, guys, and keep winning new faiths. I love you. Boom. Did you enjoy that? If you did, you know what you need to do. Subscribe, comment, say you loved it, like, share with your friends, and see you next video, which is coming up next.